Alright, everyone, welcome back to my channel, Baseball Talk with Nick Morgan. So today we are going live covering the Rays at New York Yankees game. It is June 19th, 2019, my first full day of summer, and I'm super excited to get underway with a stream of Major League Baseball. What's good? The vlogs are good. Welcome to the stream. Hello, how are you doing? We have a really exciting game coming your way. We have the Rays and the Yankees, as I said. Rye Smith, thank you for just subscribing, man. What's up, ITZ Jacob? How are you doing? Um, the Yankees have won 2 out of their last 2 against the Rays, and it's going to be super exciting to see if they can complete the sweep today. Of course, the Rays are in second place behind the Yankees for the AL East Division. Cooper JB11 underscore YT. Hello, how are you doing, man? The game should be starting any minute now. Go Yanks. Yes, that is the case. I'm super excited, ready to see them hopefully get a couple of wins. We have a couple guys to talk about, and we're going to start with starting pitching for the Tampa Bay Rays. You have former Cy Young Award winner Blake Snell. In 14 games in 2019, he has a 4-5 record with a 3.70 ERA, 75.1 innings pitched, 101 strikeouts, and a 1.17 WHIP. The New York Yankees have CC Sabathia on the mound. Marlins are so bad. Yes, unfortunately, they are Rye Smith 9, but they are working up to that rebuild. Hopefully, they'll be very good soon. Crimson Helix, how are you doing? So CC Sabathia in 2019 has 11 games. It's a 3-4 record, a 4.42 ERA, 57 innings pitched, 50 strikeouts, and a 1.40 WHIP. What's up, Crimson? Guys, let me know down below in the comment section what you think your predictions are going to be for the score for this game. If you think the Yankees are going to win, the Rays are going to win, and by how much. And what you think the final score will be if you guys are interested. So, the Yankees last night had a big night. Edwin Encarnacion hit his first home run as a New York Yankee. He walked the parrot around the bases. Giancarlo Stanton played yesterday, coming back from his injury. Rye Smith thinks Yankees are going to win 5-2, and the vlogs are good. Thanks 4-3. The Yankees are going to go ahead and stay on top. So, as I said, Giancarlo Stanton made his return to Major League Baseball yesterday. He went 0-4 with 2 strikeouts and left 3 guys on base. Actually, Brett Gardner ended up coming in and subbing for him to pinch run. ITC Jacobson, 7-3 Yanks, of course. I'm hoping so. I love that you guys are all saying the Yankees are winning. That is hopefully the goal. Knock on wood. Marlins should trade Max Scherzer. Honestly, yeah, actually, Max Scherzer, I don't know if you guys saw it. Max Scherzer broke his nose yesterday bunting during batting practice, doing some bunting drills. He says he's going to pitch today. He's going to try to pitch today. There's a doubleheader, and he wants to get on the mound. But we'll see if he actually does what he says. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, Crimson. I mean, how does one of the best pitchers in baseball break their nose trying to bunt? That just means that the National League needs a designated hitter at this point, because we cannot have pitchers swinging the bat and getting hurt on something like that. Another stupid Nationals injury. Yeah, the vlogs are good. That's pretty much going to summarize the Nationals 2019 season. The Yankees have a 21 home run streak, a 21 home game. Let me try that again. A 21-game home run streak, looking to advance it to 22. Cameron Maybin has been super hot for them recently. 4 home runs in his last 4 games, 5 total this season. I mean, he might be one of the best silent acquisitions that Brian Cashman and the Yankees made this season. He's really been helping out the Yankees offensively, and we're going to read his numbers right now. In 111 at-bats, he has a 315 average with 5 home runs, 12 RBIs, 5 stolen bases, and a .892 OPS. Again, 4 of those home runs are just from recent games. The Tampa Bay Rays are looking to get at least 1 win against the Yankees in this series. They are 4 games ahead of both the Rangers, who are 39 and 34, and the Red Sox, who are 40 and 35 for the first place spot in the wild card. They currently have the home field advantage if the season was to end today. They are 47 and 30 so far this season, and they have lost 2 of their last 2 games to the Yankees. The Rays are 2 and 6 against New York in 2019, so they have dropped 1/4 of the series, or of the games in the series against the Yankees total so far this year. The Yankees are 45 and 27. They have won their last 4 games. They lead this series 2-0, and they are looking for the sweep today. The Rays starting lineup. You have Travis d'Arnaud, Tommy Pham, Austin Meadows, Avisail Garcia, Willie James, Brandon Lowe, Guillermo Heredia, G-Man Choi, and Daniel Robertson. ITC Jacob says, how do you feel about Gary Sanchez? I think Gary Sanchez is a very good catcher. Defensively, he's definitely picked up, and he's done a lot better than last season. And offensively, the guy's doing amazing with 20 home runs. He was leading the Yankees until Edwin Encarnacion made his way over to the team. The Yankees lineup is in the first spot. DJ LeMahieu, followed by Luke Voit, Gary Sanchez, Edwin Encarnacion in the DH spot. Aaron Hicks, Gleyber Torres, Cameron Maybin, Giovanni Urshela, and Brett Gardner. Crimson Helix, I wish we could do a joint stream. Honestly, me too. If there was a way that we could do that, I would definitely do that over the summer. There actually might be a way to do that. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it. But if I can, you guys will all be in a joint stream with me. I'll do a couple different streams of live coverage with you, Crimson, a couple other guys who are interested. I'm sure Cushman Baseball Chat, he's a big subscriber. He's a big fan here on the channel. I'm sure he will be interested as well. So if that is ever possible, Crimson Helix, as long as you are active and stuff on the channel, I know you're still here, we're definitely going to do that. And the game is underway. CC Sabathia throws the first pitch to Travis d'Arnaud just outside for ball one. Travis d'Arnaud had 2 hits yesterday and has 95 total at-bats, hitting .211 with 3 home runs. He's going to foul off the second pitch pretty much in the same spot as the first pitch. So .211, 3 home runs, 15 RBIs, no solo bases, and a .625 OPS for d'Arnaud. He's bounced around from the Mets to the Dodgers to the Rays. And, so Crimson Helix, you already know. Plus, we both have baseball channels. Of course, I would love to if that is ever possible. Travis d'Arnaud, yeah, he really is a meme, that boy. Welcome to the stream. The vlogs here, do you have one too? Well, awesome. I mean, everyone who would like to, if we can ever do a joint stream, let me know. We can even maybe do a collab at some point too. d'Arnaud swinging and missing at the second pitch. He's gonna foul. He's gonna put the next one into play to right field. Cameron Maybin's gonna track it down at the wall. Kind of runs into it there. Baseball Podcast, welcome to the stream. Rye Smith 9. Should the Yanks make a big time trade? I think they definitely need to, especially for a starting pitcher. I mean, Edwin Encarnacion just a couple days ago was amazing. But I mean, we need pitching right now if we really want to make it to the postseason, go far, and potentially win the World Series. And that's definitely a necessity, getting another starting pitcher. So with 1 away, CC Sabathia has 4 pitches in, and Tommy Pham is going to step up to the plate. Trevor Bauer. Yeah, honestly, Rye Smith, I actually think that's a very good possibility. And Tommy Pham's going to swing at the first pitch. It's going to go right down the left field line. Brett Gardner's going to cut it off. And it's going to be a 1-out double for Tommy Pham. Trevor Bauer, yes, I definitely think he could be traded to the Yankees. I think we have a lot to offer. Maybe even send Clint Frazier over to the Indians with some other prospects and stuff. I think that would definitely be a nice trade possibility. Dat Boy says, what do you think about Encarnacion's first home run as a Yankee? I think it was much anticipated. A lot of people wanted to see it. And I think that was his second game in pinstripes. It might have been his first. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, honestly, amazing home run. Watching the game right now, ITC Jacob, that's awesome. We have Austin Meadows, who could potentially be an all-star. He's dropped down to 4th place in the outfield all-star voting. And voting ends Friday, guys. So if you do want to see someone in the game that isn't already in the top 3 for their position, go ahead and vote for them. First pitch is going to be a strike to Meadows, hitting 210 with in 210 at bats, hitting 314, 12 home runs, 30 RBIs, 8 stolen bases, and a .961 OPS. Let's see, Crimson Helix is not Boyd, not Bauer, LOL, or Madbum. Boyd is definitely an option too. I think he would be really good. That ball's gonna miss down, so 1-1 count. I'd like to see either Boyd or Bauer. I mean, Bauer has some really filthy stuff. If I chose one or the other, maybe Bauer, just because Boyd's having a kind of iffy season. But I definitely wouldn't mind Mad Bum, though. He's not that great right now either. Baseball Podcast says, Sean Doolittle. Yes, we have a really good bullpen, but I would not mind another great lefty in there. The vlogs are good, says Kershaw. Honestly, if we got Kershaw, that would probably be the best trade for the New York Yankees this entire season. No matter who else is really going to be traded to the team. That boy says, I want the Twins to draft Mad Bum at the postseason. If you mean sign Mad Bum, I think that's definitely possible, or trade for him. Honestly, the Twins would probably benefit from him a little more than the Yankees, because the Yankees and putting up Mad Bum's numbers to other Yankees pitchers are kind of similar this year. And that's me put into play on the 1-2 count. The second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, is going to give it right to Luke Voit. So 2 away, Tommy Pham advances to 3rd. Do you think you can get a better first baseman than Luke Voit? Rye Smith, well, I think Edwin Encarnacion and Luke Voit will be splitting time at first and the designated hitter spot. And honestly, offensively, Luke Voit is amazing. Defensively, he's not bad either. I really like Luke Voit. I don't really think there's a reason to go ahead and trade for someone else at the moment. But there probably is a chance that the Yankees could go after and get someone better if they wanted. Now, Avisail Garcia is coming up with 2 outs and a runner on third this season. He has 248 at-bats. He's hitting 294, 11 home runs, 33 RBI, 6 solo bases, and a .832 OPS. Sabathia's going to deal. Curveball just outside for ball one. Who do you think is the best first baseman in baseball? The vlogs are good. Ads not commenting in the stream. I think it's either going to be Freddie Freeman, Paul Goldschmidt, maybe Anthony Rizzo. Josh Bell is very good at the moment. It could be him if you're talking about 2019. Curveball again is going to miss outside 2-0 count. Let's see. Crimson Helix. This is Boyd's best season yet. It is. I think he does have like a 4-5 record or 5-5 record. It's kind of at the 500 point. And the Yankees, if they really want a good starting pitcher, they might need someone a little more, or with a little more wins than losses, just because we have guys like Happ and Paxton who are kind of floating around that 500 spot too. That's when he put in play. Cameron Maybin's going to make the catch. That's the second out made by him. That's going to retire the Tampa Bay Rays. So Tommy Pham is at third, but does not score, which is amazing. ITC Jacobs with the Twins are my favorite team. Well, ITC Jacob, you're in luck. They're looking to do very good this season. Could potentially go very far, and you might see them play the Yankees in the postseason. Dat Boy says they could trade Matt Bum for Ihaire Adrianza. I don't know if I said that right. I probably didn't. ITC Jacob said yes. Ryan Smith, Bellinger. Oh yeah, Bellinger, of course, is amazing at first and outfield. See, yes, Bellinger is an outfielder, but can also play first base. Dat Boy. Ryan Smith 9 says, "Do you think Caleb Smith would be good?" Caleb Smith. I'm trying to think of the name. Honestly, I don't 100% know who you're talking about. I've heard the name, but can't put his name and team and stats all together. Let's see. Anthony Rendon to LA. Honestly, that would be pretty cool. The Dodgers do, or well, if you're talking about the Angels, that'd be really cool. If you're talking about the Dodgers, they already have Justin Turner at third, but Rendon is having a very good season in 2019. Maybe DeGrom or Syndergaard gets traded. That probably wouldn't be a bad idea for the Mets. I mean, you might not want to go up to DeGrom coming off of a Cy Young season last year, but they're just not doing that great, or he's not producing like the Mets want him to. Syndergaard, there was a rumor it was like the Mets and the Yankees were in on a 3-team trade and wanted Syndergaard to go to the Yankees, and it was all kind of crazy. And I think the Marlins were on it too. Rice Smith 9 says Marlins pitcher is Caleb Smith. He's doing very good. Okay, well, I actually have not heard of him. Maybe it's because the Marlins, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything to the Marlins fans. I don't watch the Marlins. We don't know that they're not that great. So unless they're playing the Mets or the Yankees and I'm at home watching the game, I really don't know many Marlins players at the moment, especially with them giving all their players to different teams here. Marlins need all the help they can get. Dat Boy, that is very true. They should draft you. Honestly, submit a video of you playing. Maybe they will. Brad Hand was a bust. Baseball podcast leaves that remark in the comment section. I actually have to agree with that. He's not having. Again, I don't know his complete numbers, and I don't know everything about him this season, but he's not having the best 2019. The first pitch to DJ LeMahieu, Blake Snell's going to throw a 95-mile-per-hour fastball outside, or up and away, but it is going to be a called strike. Christian Helix says, "Can you read my comments?" Yes, I can. Brad Hand used to be very good. Yes, Blake Snell. He's going to give DJ an 87-mile-per-hour fastball low, and oh my gosh! Daniel Robertson goes to make the play. It was a chopper to third and goes to make the play with his glove, and it kind of just gets away from him. So I'm going to assume that's going to be counted as an error. He goes to get the ball. He picks it up. He tries to backhand it with his glove, and he cannot make the play. So DJ, who's hitting .313 with 8 home runs, 44 RBIs, and 3 stolen bases with a .814 OPS going into this game, is now on first for Luke Voigt. He has been mashing the ball this season. In 260 at-bats, Luke Voigt has a .273 average with 17 home runs, 46 RBIs, no stolen bases, and a .905 OPS in 70 games. Here we go. Luke Voigt, the first pitch to him. It's going to be a swing and a miss at a curveball low. Baseball Podcast says Brad Hand was traded for Francisco Mejia. Yes, it was the top catching prospect for the Indians, and he went to the Padres, and then Brad Hand went to Cleveland from San Diego. Crimson Healer says, "Yeah, but the Tigers stink, so they put up no runs for Boyd, so they they don't look at win-loss. He has a 2 ERA. Okay, well, that I did not know. So if you put it that way, Matt Boyd definitely would not be a bad pickup for the Yankees. Again, I don't really watch a whole different team, a whole goodness, I can't talk. I don't really watch a whole bunch of different teams. Usually it's just the Yankees, Mets, and all that good stuff. Luke Voigt's gonna check his swing on a curveball low, but he is gonna go around since the first base umpire, so he's at an 0-2 count. Ryan Smith Knight says, "Do you think Miggy's still good?" I think he's getting older, and his that's a 96 mile per hour fastball high. So 1-2 count to Voigt. I think his talent is still there. He's just as he's getting older, he can't necessarily relay that when the Tigers need him to be. He's not an all-star. He's not going to be an all-star. He is a very good player, and he could potentially be a Hall of Famer. But at the moment, no, he's not really that great. Blake Snell is going to try to check up on DJ LeMahieu. He does get right back to the base, so G-Man Choi has really no play. 1-2 count, and Luke Voigt is up to the plate. Crimson Helix says, no, Mickey has no power, but he hits for average. So, yeah, he's decent. He's definitely decent. What do you think happened to the Mariners and their downfall this season? I think it's kind of a whole bunch of different things here. It's pitching, it's offense, losing some guys. Luke Voigt's going to foul off a fastball pretty much right down the middle, so it's a 1-2 count. Still, the Mariners had a very good streak going. I think they had a home run in like 20-plus games. Their offense was looking really good. They lost, I'm pretty sure it was Mitch Haniger to an injury with the foul ball. Jay Bruce, they lost. Edwin Encarnacion. Yeah, Edwin Encarnacion. Um, James Paxton, they don't really have this season now either. It's ball 2 is going to drop into the dirt. It's going to be a curveball, and TJ LeMahieu's going to get to second. Sorry, I keep going back and forth from the game to comments and stuff. So 2-2 count to Luke Voigt. Runner on second. TJ LeMahieu is standing in certain position. So, actually, DJ was trying to steal anyway, so it should be a stolen base, not a wild pitch. Going back to what you said, Rye Smith, I just think it's kind of it's everything. It's bundled together. Pitching, defense, offense. It's just kind of gone downhill a little bit here and there, and they had a really good streak going. And I think once they lost, they just kind of kept going with that, and they didn't have the best momentum going forward. Do you think Yadi's still good? That boy asks. I yes, think he is very good still. Or not very good. I think he is average as a catcher. Again, also kind of getting up there in age. Could potentially be an all-star this year. He's not as elite as he used to be. He's not the best in the game, I don't think, but he is definitely good. And he plays for the Cardinals, and he plays well, and he puts numbers up that they need. And he brings in runs and still hits for home runs and tries to hit for average as well. It's a full count to Luke Voigt, and the fastball high misses. Voigt checks his swing, and it's not a call strike, so he's going to walk. Runners on first and second. ITC Jacob said, I followed your Instagram. Thank you so much. Baseball.talk.with.nick.morgan. I know it's really hard to kind of put together. I might just change it and condense it into my YouTube name. Josh Soul says, seriously, why aren't you in school right now? I'm actually out of school. I'm on summer vacation now. School ended yesterday, so it's my first full day of summer, and I get to enjoy it with you guys and watching the Yankees. Bogart should be an all-star baseball podcast, says, I honestly, he's not having the best 2019, but he has been very good in the past. And he's a Red Sox. You would think a lot of Red Sox, especially after winning the World Series last year, would have voted a lot more for him. But we'll see how things play out. Gary Sanchez is up to the plate, and a curveball. Low is going to miss, so ball 1. He is 4 for 14 with 3 home runs against Blake Snell, 4 RBIs, and 8 strikeouts. Let's see. Rye Smith 9, catch up on the comments here. Do you think Adler Rutschman is all that good? If you don't know who he is the first overall pick by the Orioles. Yes, I do. I made a video on him. I think he's very good as a college guy coming straight out of school. I think he'll have a little bit of time in the farm systems with the Orioles, or if he ever gets traded. But I think he is very good. He could potentially be one of the best catchers in baseball in years to come. And that ball is going to be just low. Gary Sanchez has a 2-0 count to him. Do you think Brian Dozier's career is done, or still has potential? Says that boy. I think it's pretty much over. Maybe 1 or 2 more seasons, then he'll probably retire. Gary is up to bat. ITC Jacob says, yes, he is. In 199 at-bats, he's hitting 261, 20 home runs, 45 RBIs, no stolen bases, and a .931 OPS. Josh Hill says, how old are you? I am 15, going to sophomore year in high school in September. Dozier is done. Yeah, I think so. Cushion Baseball Chat, welcome to the stream. We've been waiting for it. I actually mentioned to you a couple minutes ago. Someone mentioned, I forgot who it was, if we could do like collabs through live streams, and I said I would love to with a bunch of you guys over the summer. And I mentioned to you, said you've been interested, and we have to do something soon, definitely, whether it's a video or a live stream. And ball three is going to Mr. Gary Sanchez, so three consecutive balls to Gary in this at bat. And Snell is looking to load the bases. I don't know if he's trying to or not, but yeah. Rise to the Nights is 015. Yes, I am. Baseball podcast. There's going to be more bust than good people potentially. I think that's definitely the case. It's a possibility, not necessarily. I mean, there's a lot of great players in baseball with a lot of great talent, but there's also some guys who you expect to do really good and just kind of fallen off the face of the earth. And that's gonna be a strike one, painting the corner of the plate up and away. So it's a 3-1 count now to Scary Gary. Let's see. Custom Baseball Chat says, that's great. Dat Boy says, it sucks to say because he was a twin. I mean, yeah, it's just everyone's season eventually comes to a slow down or a halt, and I think at that point it's time to retire or just consider it. Custom Baseball Chat says he's also 15. ITC Jacob says Edwin Encarnacion is on deck. Yes, and he could potentially come up with bases loaded, no outs on the bottom of the first. Crimson Helix says, do you care if I stream this game as well? Go ahead, Crimson. I'm going to miss you in the comment section. I'm going to see you in the chat, but go ahead. You can stream that. Do you play baseball? Asks Rye Smith. I do. My season actually just ended a couple of weeks ago. I'm a catcher. Gary Sanchez lifts it to right field, and it's gone. Opposite field home run, 3-1 count. Gary Sanchez put the Yankees up 3-0. That is his 21st home run of the season. I am super excited. The other day I called Brett Gardner's home run my favorite player. Now Gary Sanchez is a dinger off Blake Snell, which kind of sucks for Blake Snell because he's on my fantasy team, but I don't mind that he's probably going to lose this game to the Yankees. You look 19, LMAO. Well, thank you, Josh Stoll. I appreciate that. That boy says Marlin should draft me. I bat leadoff. I mean, honestly, if you got the speed and the contact, they need to have you on the team right now. Talk to Derek Jeter. Maybe message you on Instagram or something. Custom Baseball Chat says Dozier has struggled the last 2 years. Yes, I mean, he is well known across Major League Baseball and the fan base, but, just like David Wright, but without the injuries all the time, just you kind of need to go ahead and think about retiring, putting your season to an end. It was a great season great career for him rather, but it's almost over there. It's an 0-2 count to Edwin Encarnacion. He took strike one, fouled off strike two. Thanks. I'm sorry. No head. No worries, Gibson Helix. Go ahead, buddy. That's gonna be ball one. Curveball in the dirt. 1-2 count. Do you like where to go? Do you like Rob Manfred? Yeah, I don't have anything wrong with Rob Manfred actually. Commissioner of Major League Baseball. I don't see anything wrong with him. I think definitely it could rules. A couple of rules could be changed and altered. And things could be different with Major League Baseball, but I don't have like a huge feeling of hate or like happiness against him or towards him. That voice says I'm a catcher, second baseman, first baseman, shortstop, and center fielder. I actually used to do all of that as well. I catch, I play first, I pitch, and play outfield. This season I mostly caught though. ITC Jacob says I'm glad Dozier is gone. Twins are great. Now go Twins. Indeed. Should be a great season for him. Joe Mauer Hall of Fame. I think that's definitely a possibility. Like he had a really great season, one of the best catchers this past decade. Edwin Encarnacion is going to foul that pitch off, so it's a 2-2 count still. Snell has 20 pitches already and no outs in the bottom of the first. Yankees are already winning 3-0. Let's see. Cushman Baseball Chat says, I play baseball. I play third, second, and first. Awesome. ITC Jacob says, signed ball by Joe Mauer. Do you really have one? That's awesome. That's definitely something to keep and cherish for a while. I mean, future, if he isn't inducted to the Hall of Fame, that's going to be worth a whole lot if you ever decide to sell it. And Edwin is going to fall off another one. He's not looking to go down easy here. Joe Mauer is a Hall of Famer, maybe not first ballot though, says Cushman Baseball. I agree with that. I think eventually he will make it in with the career he's had and the stats he's put up. Definitely at some point. You have a signed ball from a Hall of Famer. Awesome, that boy. I actually I met Dylan Betances last year and got him to sign a ball for me. I also met a couple other players. If you guys actually want to see a video of me just kind of going everyone that I met, I can do that over the summer. I'm plenty of free time. The vlogs are good. I play third, catcher, pitcher, and outfielder. Awesome. Edwin Encarnacion is going to take ball 4, and that's another walk. So no one has been retired yet for the New York Yankees, and that's going to bring up Aaron Hicks, a switch hitter. In 98 at-bats this season, he's hitting 204 with 4 home runs, 16 RBIs, 1 stolen base, and a .668 OPS. Who do you think will win the AL East? Honestly, I think it's going to be the Yankees. They have a really good um, momentum going, I guess. They lost a couple more games to the White Sox than I would have wanted them to, but I think that they can definitely go ahead and maintain this lead that they have over the Rays and the Red Sox, because the Red Sox have just kind of like fallen off. But I think they could definitely win the AL East this year. See, Jeter, yeah, Jeter's nice. Um, I read something. That boy says the signed ball was from Dave Winfield. That's really cool. Custom Baseball Chat says I have a signed poster of Voight. Amazing. Luke Voight, I want to meet him sometime soon. I think there's a couple events coming up soon where you can go ahead and meet him, go to a meet and greet. I might have to go ahead and do that. Mountain visit, yes, ITC Jacob. The pitching coach for the Rays just came up to the mound and kind of wanted to reassure Blake Snell that he's got this stuff to retire this side. He just needs to kind of focus and get some outs here. My dad almost got drafted to the minors. Dat boy, that is crazy. What position does he play? The first pitch to Hicks is going to be slightly low, 96 mile per hour fastball, but the umpire is going to call it for a strike. I have a Verlander signed ball. Rye Smith 9. That is awesome. What year did you get that? Was that like recently? And with the Astros or a couple years back? So Edwin Encarnacion standing on first, and the pitch to Hicks, the second pitch to Hicks, is going to be a fastball outside. So the count is even at 1. And honestly, the Yankees offensively could put together a whole lot and pretty much end this game here in the first inning. My uncle was in the minors going to the MLB but got sick and passed away. Oh, ITC Jacob, I'm so sorry for your loss. I've dealt with a couple passes this year, and it's very unfortunate. I don't like, that feeling. No one wants to go through that. No one should have to go through that. I'm sorry for your loss. Aaron Hicks is going to hit a ground ball to the shortstop. Edwin Encarnacion will be out at second, but Hicks will be safe first. Pitcher, which was his main talent, batted second and can play second. That's awesome. That boy. Was spring training this year. Oh, nice. Verlander. I've someday, hopefully within the next couple of seasons, I would love to make the spring training, go to Florida probably, and visit a bunch of the teams down there, Yankees especially, spend a couple days there. I'd like to make like a week out of it or something. If my spring break for school ever lands on a week where there's spring training, that's probably where I'll be, and I'll be vlogging all of it if I can. My dad has a nasty curveball. Awesome. I love, my favorite pitch is the knuckleball. I never throw it in game. I just love throwing it in like warm-ups and stuff. Gleyber Torres is going to foul this first pitch back from Snell. Torres has 251 at-bats under his belt this season, hitting 283 with 15 home runs, 36 RBIs, 3 stolen bases, and a .857 OPS. I have a signed ball from my teacher. She signed it by kicking it. Oh my, Josh Soul. That's I don't think that sounds very good. I hope she wasn't mad at you or anything. Gleyber Torres has played in 67 games for the New York Yankees in 2019. Of course, finished the runner-up for the Rookie of the Year last year in the AL. The award went to Shohei Ohtani. Snell's going to check up on Hicks over at first, but again, there's gonna be no play there. I'm sorry for your kids. Who are you talking about? Dat boy. Who are you talking about? Whose kids? The teacher's kids that Josh mentioned. He was third in Rookie of the Year. Okay, was it Andujar? I think Andujar was second then. Yeah, Josh. All right, cool. All right, so it's an 0-1 count still to Gleyber Torres. And guys, we are approaching 650 subscribers, which is insane. We're going to be making our year anniversary on YouTube video-wise on the 4th of July, so it's coming up very soon, and I'll have something cool for you guys for that. And I'm going to be doing like a small giveaway for 1,000 subs, so tell your friends. We could hit it, hopefully. The goal would be crazy if we hit it by the end of 2019, if not hopefully for the start of the 2019 season. Baseball Podcast asks, Vlad, bust or rust? Vlad Jr. has had a very decent season. As a young kid coming up to the majors, he's having, I think, what people were expecting. Some were wishing for a couple more home runs and RBIs to his name, but I think coming up, he's just getting used to being in Major League Baseball still and taking it all in. I think he will be really good eventually. Maybe within the next season or the next couple seasons. I think he'll have a great season, and hopefully he follows in his dad's footsteps and makes it to the Hall of Fame. That'd be crazy. My dad was a high school all-star first baseman, but quit to play tennis. Wow, I can see Jacob. That's something else right there. 2-1 count to Glaber. That ball's gonna miss low, so it's a 3-1 count. Blake Snell might walk someone else to get runners on first and second, and that would bring up Cameron Maben, who's having a great couple of games, as we mentioned before. Baseball Podcast asked, "Do you know Giraffe Neck Mark?" Yes, Giraffe Neck Mark is a good friend of mine. We met a couple of years ago at a baseball game. I was playing baseball, and he coaches a team, and they were at the same complex for I think it was a tournament or a championship or something like that. And I saw him, and I met him after my game, and it was really cool. We took a picture, and I'll have to talk about it one time. Do a story time of me meeting Giraffe Neck Mark. He actually gave me a shout out back in August of 2018 when I was brand new to YouTube. I did a video called something around the phrase best nicknames for all-star player. Goodness, the best players weekend nicknames of 2018. I did a couple of videos on that, and he liked the idea and went ahead and did the same thing and shouted me out on that video. Completely unexpected. I was so thankful, and he actually sometimes finds his way in the stream. So maybe one day he will be in here. I mean, he was in a couple last year as well. It's full count to Gleyber Torres as he fouls off another pitch. 30 pitches from Blake already. Yeah, he's at 32 and still only has one out with a runner on first. Clash from Baseball Chat, I think from Draft Nick Mark. Thank you. I'm glad you made it over. You've been a great supporter of mine, and I love talking to you in the comment section and having you in the streams, as well as everyone else in here as well. Ross Smith announces, I hope I could have as much subscribers as you. Well, yes, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, all of you guys that have been very that's going to be ball four in the dirt. So first and second, Gleyber Torres walks, bringing up Cameron Maben. But all of my like big fans and big supporters, not fans, like supporters and subscribers like you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shout out and do a nice little shout out for you guys. So hopefully that'll help you guys grow your channel as well. Because without a couple other people shouting me out, there would be no way I'd be in this position early on into YouTube. Controversial chess. Yes, he did give me a shout out. Josh Stoll asked, "What's up with the bets this year?" Honestly, I think a lot of Red Sox are just kind of in that World Series mentality in that phase. Maybe not bets necessarily, but just they're trying to come back and bounce back after a rough start. Maybe that rough start's kind of getting to them, and they're just not having the best season as a team. And it also just could be every player goes through their ups and downs. Maybe this is just a down year for bets. Baseball Podcast says Machado has bad contract, so does Harper. They could have gotten overpaid. Yes, I think Machado's actually just suspended for a game yesterday after violently throwing his bat against the back stand and fighting with an umpire, which I kind of want to do a video about and talk to you guys about my opinion. I came from Mark 2. I can see Jacob. Thank you. Cameron Maben is up. He has 2 balls, no strikes to him. He has 111 at bats, hitting 315, 5 home runs, 12 RBIs, 5 stolen bases, and a .892 OPS. If you guys were here at the beginning of the stream, you probably heard me say this, but he has four home runs in the past 4 games or 5 games, I think, and he's really been one of the best acquisitions for the Yankees, best silent acquisitions for the Yankees in 2019. I don't think many people expected him to be a guy who's been performing actually very well. That's going to be a called strike on the outside part of the plate, 96-mile-per-hour fastball, 2-1 to Maben. You have runners on first and second. Let's see. Baseball Podcast says last year Dodgers had bad year and still made the World Series. Yes, the Red Sox could make it. I mean, if they at least keep up a good record, maybe not necessarily win the AL East, but make it to the wild card. And if they beat the Rays, or if it's maybe the Rangers or the Red Sox, if the Rays fall out for whatever reason anytime soon, they could potentially win that and then go on to keep winning some more series and maybe make it to the World Series as well. You never know. I think the Dodgers have the best record in baseball back in 2017 and 2018. They're looking for their 3rd straight World Series appearance. Hopefully win one soon. Rise with the Night says, "Can you post MLB The Show?" I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to post MLB The Show. I'm not the best at the game, and I don't play like a whole different like events and stuff. I just do Diamond Dynasty against the computer most of the time. I don't really grind much. I'm always usually doing something, and I want to focus on like my baseball commentating and stuff for you guys. The full count to Cameron Maben, by the way. Blake Snell approaching 40 pitches still with 1 out. So maybe if I were to do MLB The Show would be on a different platform, not YouTube. I think for right now, at least, I'm looking to kind of keep um, my YouTube channel strictly um, on this stuff, like commentating and news videos for baseball. Cameron Maben's gonna draw a walk on a full count, make ball four. It's gonna bring up Gio Urshela, who has been really good with bases loaded and runners in scoring position this year. Let's see what he can do with one away. When you get 1,000 subs, will you reveal your girlfriend? I don't have a girlfriend, Joshua, but if I do by the time I reach 1,000 subs, yes, I will. Ryson asks, what editing software do you use for thumbnails? So I'm actually looking to make my thumbnails a little better. Um, this summer, I'm looking to invest a lot of time into YouTube, making my content better, looking into better cameras and stuff. I actually have a camera that I'm going to start using for baseball news and all that good stuff. Within the next couple of days. In the next couple of days, you'll see probably a different camera. You'll probably, hopefully, notice the difference. But yeah, I'm looking to invest a lot of time and um, research into my YouTube channel this year and this summer. So I'm going to be changing my thumbnail software. But right now, I use Collage, which is a mobile app, and I take pictures from the internet. Like today, I took Yankees logo and a Rays logo and some pictures of Austin Meadows and Encarnacion and put everything together. Baseball podcast says, do you have fights with Giraffe with the Yankees and the Mets? Actually, no. When I'm in the stream, sometimes when I'm commentating, when I'm commenting, he used to live stream a lot last season. I don't know if he has it all this season or not. I don't think so. Um, but we were talking. He was talking about the Mets the Mets and a couple other teams when the Mets were playing. Then he brought up the Red Sox and how he wanted them to make the World Series. And I was like, no, not the Red Sox, the Yankees. And he said, Nick, I know you're a Yankee fan, but it's just not going to happen this year. So it's not fights. It's, if anything, very friendly. And it's very cool. It's only been a couple of times, though, actually in his stream. Blake was pulled. Yeah, I see Jacob use Bonto. Okay. I will go ahead and actually remember that. Thank you. I will look into that. Is that a computer software or is that a mobile software? That boy says, be right back. All right, I will miss you, that boy. Come back when you can. I'm glad you were able to make it into the stream for the time you were in if you can't return later. Why did Draft stop playing MLB The Show? He used to play MLB The Show on YouTube. From what I know, of course, I'm not like super close with him. I talk to him, we're friends, but we're not always like we're not talking every day because we're both very busy. He's got a lot going on. He just graduated college and everything, which is amazing. Super happy for him. He's doing very well on YouTube. He's at 75,000 subscribers. But he stopped doing LB The Show on Diamond Dynasty. No, on YouTube and Diamond Dynasty because he transferred over to Twitch. And then he just hasn't really played much just because the game isn't amazing. Like, there's a little bit of difference between 18 and 19, but a lot could be better. And I think he's just a little frustrated with how MLB The Show and San Diego Studios isn't really making things better, and how the game, you can have a perfect PCI and it could be a line out or a ground ball, and it's just it's one of those types of things where the game has imperfections and sometimes just gets to some of its players. And there's a new pitcher in to face Gio Urshela. You have Hicks on third, Torres on second, Maben on first, Colin Porsche or Posh, I think. I didn't catch his name. Mobile app, thank you, ITC Jacob. The first pitch, it's Poach, by the way. It's a 91 mile per hour fastball. It's going to miss high. So Gio Urshela, it's a 1-0 count with a 306 average, 5 home runs, 31 RBIs, 1 stolen base, and a .817 OPS in 183 at-bats in 2019. He came from the Blue Jays in August. Josh Schultz says, are you a celebrity in school? Well, here's the thing. I'm not a celebrity. I'm in high school. I was a freshman in high school. But in marching band, I love marching band. I'm very committed to band and everything in high school. And I play the trumpet. So a lot of my brass friends, like trumpet players, trombone players, and all that, they always call me baseball star for my YouTube channel. And they are very involved on the channel as well and stuff. And I appreciate each and every one of them. They're all great. And they're all my second family. So for marching band and stuff, yes, a couple other of my friends always go around saying baseball talk with Nick Morgan when I pass them in the hallway or whatever. So a little bit, but definitely not like, a big celebrity. Not like if you were to see like Giraffe Nick Mark or like Fuzzy or Cougs in the hallway at your school. It'd be a lot different if it was me compared to one of them. They put Snell early and already. Yes, he had 1 out in the first inning, and that's all he could get. So bases loaded. It's a 2-1 count to Gio Urshela, looking to bring in a couple more runs here. Strike right down the middle, so the count's even at 2. And honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen here. My hopes is that he can pull a single down the line, or an extra base hit, maybe even a grand slam. If he does hit a grand slam here, that would be really crazy. And honestly, I'd be super excited. I'd probably go ballistic on stream, and you guys would get to watch that and probably laugh at me. The pitch, it's fouled off 94 miles per hour. It's a little bit low in the zone. Urshela gets a piece of it. So he is remaining in a 2-2 count, and Poach has a 5-pitch count already against Gio Urshela. Now batting ninth is Brett Gardner, my favorite player. I didn't call in for some runs, but I was streaming when he hit a home run the other day, and I went super crazy. Mitchell Januska. Hopefully I said your name right. If not, I apologize. Welcome to the stream. I cannot show the game just because of copyright infringements and stuff, and I would have to go ahead or I wouldn't go ahead, but I'd probably get a copyright strike on the channel. So usually I just go ahead and commentate through the game as if you're listening to someone actually while you're watching the game. Baseball Podcast says, do you have the TV season pass? I do not. I was gonna look into it, but I just go to a couple of games every year, whether it's Yankees or the Mets. I went to a Phillies game last year. It just kind of depends where I am and where I'm at. I might be going to Baltimore and vlogging me at an Orioles game or two. I'm really excited for that. So stay tuned for that. That'll probably be later this summer. That's the goal. I probably won't make it, or if I do make it, it might only be for one game, but I'm going to be happy either way. And if not, I'll definitely be there probably within the next year. So I don't necessarily buy tickets for just one team. I don't have the TV pass. Josh Schultz says Gardner stinks this year. He had a 1-year contract deal with the Yankees this offseason. And oh my, Poach just threw a pitch way inside. It was a full count, and Gio fouled back 2 pitches. It looks like it hit him. Actually, I think it might have just missed. I can't tell. There was a replay. It could go either way. It's either a full count or he's going to walk. He might walk. They have the runners going to second. Yeah, I guess it's going to be a dead ball. He was hit, so that's going to bring in a run. And it's 4-0 Yankees now as Gio Urshela gets hit by a pitch. Colin Poach. It's just not looking good for the Rays right now. The Yankees should be sweeping this series. So as I said, Gardner is getting older. He's been a favorite player of mine for a couple seasons now. I love everything about him, his veteran presence. And he does have 11 home runs, which is more than a couple other players on the team. 31 RBIs. And he's been really helpful for the Yankees when they've had guys out like Judge and Stanton. And he does perform still. He puts up some good numbers here and there. I mean, 233 average isn't the best, but in 232 at bats, he's actually coming up to the plate now as well with 1 out and bases loaded. In 232 at bats, he's hitting 233, 11 home runs, 31 RBIs, 6 stolen bases, and a .764 OPS. I can see Jacob says he was hit, and it's 4-0. Aroldis Chapman is underrated. Baseball Podcast, yes, I saw. You said Chapman was underrated before. I'm sorry. I was going to get right to that. Aroldis Chapman, I think he is a little underrated, but a lot of Yankees fans know what his presence means. They know how much he is appreciated in the game. First pitch is going to be called outside for ball 1. Chapman, by other teams, he definitely could be underrated, though, yes. Ryan Smith says, what inning is it? It is the first inning. There is 1 out. It's the bottom of the first. The Yankees have scored 4 runs already, and this is the 9th batter of the inning. They're about to hit around. Brett Gardner is standing at the box or at the plate with a 1-0 count. It's going to be popped up. Brett Gardner is definitely frustrated. You can see he kind of flips the bat down and looks down as he jogs to first, but it's popped up to very shallow infield. The shortstop's able to make the play pretty much right behind the mound. So 2 away. DJ LeMahieu is coming back up. How long have you been streaming for? I've been streaming for 44 minutes. I actually have to go around 2:05, 2:10. So I will be streaming for about an hour today. I might stream tomorrow if there's an afternoon game on TV that I can stream. I will be streaming tomorrow. If not, I'll be streaming within the next couple of days very soon. So if you guys want to, be here for every stream, and as soon as it starts, make sure to go ahead and click that bell button next to the subscribe button to turn on notifications. You guys can kind of figure out every time I post a video and it goes live and I start streaming. So DJ LeMahieu is going to have a ball inside, 1-0 count. He has multiple runs, a single and a stolen base. He scored earlier this inning, and 2 outs, bases loaded, a 4-0 lead for the Yankees in the bottom of the first. And CC Sabathia has a lot of support going to the top of the second. He should be feeling a little more comfortable out there, knowing that it's not a tie game or a one-run game. Ball two is going to miss in the dirt as well. And at the moment, just the Rays don't seem to be in it right now. I mean, they had Tommy Pham get to third offensively, but defensively, just with their pitching, just not their best game. And Blake Snell, former Cy Young, hasn't had his stuff really recently. And I think Tyler Glasnow is expected back for the Rays, which is good because they need some more pitching, at least, definitely. Who do you want the Yankees to trade for? I want the Yankees to trade for a pitcher of some sort. DJ LeMahieu past the diving second baseman. That's going to be an RBI single. Two are going to score. Let's go, DJ LeMahieu. It's another hit. Is it two going to score? Yep, two are going to score for the Yankees. It's a 6-0 game. First and second, 2 outs, DJ LeMahieu. His second hit of the inning. And honestly, let's go Yankees this game. I'm glad I'm streaming this one. This is very eventful. And I was just pretty much right inside DJ LeMahieu. He was able to get it pretty much up the middle. The second baseman for the Rays dives right past it. And a really great effort. But two are going to score, bringing up Luke Voit again for the second time this inning. And with runners in scoring position, DJ LeMahieu was hitting .469 with 2 home runs and 37 RBIs. Did I read that right? I think so. Anyway, Baseball Podcast says, do you like the opener? I think the Rays started that last season or earlier this season, if I am not mistaken. But yes, I think the opener strategy is something a little different, especially if you have good bullpen guys and you have players. The Yankees have done it a couple times, like Chad Green, that can go at least 2 innings, and then you have maybe a day off the next day. You can use more bullpen guys, and you could give a starter an extra day, or if someone might need a day off, you can grant them that with the opener strategy. I think it's definitely cool. You have to have a good bullpen, though. You have to be able to pull it off successfully, especially if you're trying to win the game, which I'm assuming every Major League Baseball team tries to do every game. But yeah, I definitely don't think it's a terrible idea. ITC Jacob says, go Yanks. It's a 1-1 count to Luke Voit. He's going to foul it off. It looks like a check swing. The ball might have hit the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud, in the face mask. He's on the ground right now, kneeling over. And just the Rays can't seem to catch a break this game. If he does, I don't think he'll come out. But if he does come out, it's just going to be one thing after another for the Rays this game. And going back to what Ryan Smith9 says, who do you want the Yankees to trade for? I did mention a starting pitcher. I didn't really say who. We were talking about this before. Matt Boyd is a good candidate from the Tigers. Trevor Bauer would be amazing if we got him. Kind of thinking, if we were to ever get like Syndergaard, I don't think it would ever happen. Excuse me, but if we were to get Syndergaard or something, that would be really cool. That boy, welcome back to the stream. It's currently 6-0 now, Yankees. Bottom of the first, runners on first and second, 2 outs, and Luke Voit's got himself a 1-2 count. So the Rays have had 2 pitchers this inning so far. Blake Snell at 45 to 50 pitches, about, and now Colin Poach has 16. Looking for this last out. Both pitchers have successfully gotten, I guess, kind of successfully. They have both gotten 1 out to their name, and Poach is looking for the second out of the inning for him and the third out of the inning for the team. So it looks like with further replay, the foul ball from Luke Voit hit Travis d'Arnaud in like the left leg and the knee pad, and that's where there's a little bit of injuries right now. He is moving his leg back and forth. Sorry, right leg, not left. And looks like he's putting back his knee guards, or he's putting his knee guard back on. So I assume he's going to stay in the game. It might just be a couple more minutes of just making sure he's okay, or a couple more seconds of making sure he's okay and healthy and everything. But seems to be okay. So Luke Voit, 1-2 count, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Looking to extend the 6-run lead for the Yankees, if at all possible. I mean, at this point, the game should pretty much be secured. Knock on wood, not to jinx anything. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Josh Schultz says, do you have any good jokes? I have like corny dad jokes and stuff. My friends in school used to say them all the time. That's pretty much it. Nothing like crazy good. If you have some good ones, let me know in the comment section. I'm sure myself and the viewers would really appreciate that. I definitely need some good jokes right about now. Just because The Yankees are doing so good. I'm super pumped up over what they're doing. Bueller, the next stud potentially. Matt Belcher, hello, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. It is 6-0 Yankees, Matt. Matt is actually one of my best friends. He's a Mets fan, and we always tease about how the Yankees are doing a lot better than the Mets, and they haven't for the past couple seasons. Luke Voigt's in a strikeout swing on a fastball high in the zone. Do you live in a hot state? I live in like a kind of okay state temperature wise. It's been raining a lot recently the past couple of days. Actually, yesterday I was recording my video and it really started to come down and pour. It was raining a little bit earlier this morning too, but at the moment it looks like it's kind of slowed down in the south, which is good. Um, so okay, Luke Voigt is going to be retired via the strikeout. The Yankees have a very successful inning. 6-0 in the first. They really get to Blake Snell. I mean, they take advantage of a couple of walks, and then Colin Poach comes in, gives up 2 more runs, or 3 more runs, and then the innings retired. I got to admit, the Mets, like, yeah, I mean, they had a really great start, and they pulled the 2018. They had a really good start. They looked like they could do a lot, and they could go far, and they just kind of leveled off, and they kind of went down when it comes to scoring runs and winning games. I mean, they have the amazing Pete Alonso on the team. He's been looking really good. And Jeff McNeil has a really stellar batting average. They have good players. They just can't figure it out. And pitching's a huge problem. Jacob deGrom, Noah Syndergaard, looking kind of iffy lately. Jason Vargas seems to be the ace. He's been the most consistent, really, out of the 5 guys in the rotation. And Steven Matz hasn't looked bad either. But, it's interesting. Josh Soul says, thank God for global warming. Could you imagine all the rain would be snow? Honestly, yeah, I mean, global warming is not a good thing. I'm not happy that we have global warming, but I'm also happy that we don't have snow. And I actually don't mind snow on the ground. I enjoy snow. It gets me out a lot of the school days because my town seems to call a lot of snow days when they're not necessary. But it gets me out a lot of days at school. And snow's always really fun, and you can go sledding and stuff. So um, I don't love the rain just because we can't really go outside. At least in the snow, you can kind of, snowball fight or whatever, make snowmen. I have a younger sister, so we usually go outside and play all the time. You've seen Sammy probably in vlogs if you guys have been up to date with some of the recent uploads. Add DH to the NL says baseball podcast. Honestly, it probably should be done sometime soon. I don't know if necessarily it will happen or not. CC Sabathia, strike one, looked like a changeup, low on inside, and I assume this is Brendan Lowe. There's a shift, so you have Urshela Torres and LeMahieu all at the left side of the plate, the left side of the field. It's actually no, it's Willie Adames. Apologies, it's a 1-1 count to Willie, and they have a big shift on him. Anyway, back to the DH to the National League topic here. I think it could happen. It's definitely something that people have talked about. I kind of talked about it in the offseason and the very early stages of this year, 2019. It's 2-1 count to Willie now. Willie, I'm going to come right back to on that baseball podcast. I'm sorry. I keep going back and forth here. Willie Adames has a 244 average with 6 home runs and 19 RBIs in his 2019 career. That ball looks like it could have been a called strike, but the umpire might be kind of easing off a little bit, considering the Yankees are up by 6. So it's a 3-1 count now. And DH to the NL could definitely be possible. You'd kind of have to pick up some more players. You'd gain some more players playing time. You'd grant them some more time on the field. And you take away maybe, I don't know what I'm trying to say there. Hold on. Goodness. Why can't I put words together here? Let me speak. The DH in the National League would help a lot of teams do a lot better, especially when you have closer games. It could be a little more interesting. And you might see a lot more teams do a lot better. And the Mets could potentially win a lot more if they had a good DH. But that's not the case. And it's going to be ball 4 to Willie, so the leadoff guy is going to walk. Let's see. Baseball Podcast says the pitch clock should not be added. I think it's definitely a little controversial as well, just like the designated hitter spot. But I think it should not be added as well, just because you're rushing the sport that has been played the same way for just about 100 years, a little longer than that even. And if you don't like how long baseball takes to conclude as a game, don't watch baseball. No one's forcing people to watch the sport and enjoy the sport and buy tickets to the game. People who really enjoy the game and the teams that play watch it for the right reasons, not because, oh, it's a 3-hour game and I have to do this entire thing. You don't even watch the entire game. Like right now, I'm going to be streaming probably only the first inning and a half with the way this has been going. And Brandon Lowe is going to hit it to DJ LeMahieu. Out at second is Willie. Lowe is safe at first. He beats it out though. Yeah, pitch clock, I don't think is necessary. I get that they're trying to reach out to younger fans so that they can watch the entire game and be more interested and maybe play longer in their little league careers and maybe make it up to majors one day. And older fans also with the same thing maybe not have the best attention span, but I don't think it's really something that needs to be added. IDC Jacob says, your streams are the best. Thank you so much, Jacob. I appreciate that. That was amazing. That really made my day. Thank you. Dat Boy says, remember when the Royals used to be good? Yes, I do. Remember when they beat the Mets in the 2015 World Series? I don't know if Matt's still in the stream, but if he was, I'm sure that would have I'm sure we would have heard him a little bit talk on that. And Guillermo Heredia was hitting 253 before his last at bat. Right there, he's going to fly out to Cameron Maybin. And runner on first, that's going to be Brandon Lowe. Maybin has made 3 catches out in right field out of the 5 outs that have been made for the Rays offensively and the Yankees defensively. So it's actually kind of crazy. He's been involved a lot in this game. G-Man Choi is now stepping up to the plate. He's been in 8th for the Rays today with 206 at-bats. He's hitting 272 with 8 home runs, 27 RBIs, 1 stolen base, and a .788 OPS. He's left-handed, facing the left-handed CC Sabathia with 2 away. Runner on first. The first pitch is going to miss outside and low for ball 1. That came in at 90 miles per hour. And I think once this inning is done offensively for the Rays in the middle of the second inning, I am going to have to end the stream. I do apologize, but I will be going out in just a couple of minutes. Called strike on the curveball, counts even at 1. So if you guys, I mentioned this beforehand, if you guys want to see more streams, you guys want to be here for the entire thing, you guys want to be one of the first ones to view some of my videos, turn on the notifications button by clicking the bell next to the subscribe button. If you haven't clicked subscribe, go ahead and do that too. We're getting very close to 650 subscribers. And of course, that's going to bring us to, a closer count to 1,000, which is going to be crazy. G-Man Choi is going to ground out to DJ LeMahieu, and that's going to end it for the Rays. And unsuccessful in scoring after giving up 6 runs to the Yankees in the bottom of the first. Cameron Maybin is good. Read that wrong. Cameron Maybin is going to be released. Baseball Podcast says, I actually think the opposite. I think the Yankees are going to keep him. He's very good. He's hit 4 home runs in the past 4 games, as I mentioned. I mean, that's not everything. He has, if we look at it here, 12 RBIs, so maybe not the best RBI-wise, but he's producing at the plate. And defensively, I think he's been one of the best silent acquisitions for the Yankees in 2019. And I was going back and forth on whether or not I was going to make a video on that actually yesterday, but I decided to do a vote leaders video instead. I really like Cameron Maybin, and I think this might be his only season with the Yankees. But if they do decide to keep him, it wouldn't be a bad idea. And I'm excited to see what he finishes the season off with and what he can do before the All-Star break, because the rate he's been going looked really good. He's been really imperative to the Yankees team with all the injuries they've had. Giancarlo Stanton came back yesterday, went 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts left, 3 on base, and Aaron Judge is due back Friday. But if Stanton doesn't play, we don't see him in the lineup today. If Stanton doesn't keep up, or if Stanton keeps up this 0 for whatever, we might not see Big G much in the lineup. We might see more of Kevin Maybin and Brett Gardner or Aaron Hicks and instead of Brett Gardner. And honestly, I love Brett. I hope he's starting every game, but we've seen that's not the case. That probably won't be the case. ITC Jacob said bye sadly soon. Yes, I will be leaving in actually just about a minute or two. I'm going to wrap things up here. So, guys, I thank you all for joining the stream. This has been very successful. It's been a great start to my summer. I look to stream a lot this summer. As long as I'm home, I want to be streaming as much as possible. So I really I really hope to see a lot of you guys in every stream. I'd be super excited to have that, and knowing that you guys are all going to be there would just be amazing. Goodbye, Dad Boy. Goodbye, IQ Jacob. Goodbye, anyone in the stream. That is going to end it. If you enjoyed the stream, don't forget to drop a like down below, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you all so much for watching. Go Yankees are currently winning 6-0 in the bottom of the second inning. I'll see you all next time. Peace.